Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe, and today I'm going to be doing this holiday glam makeup tutorial with you. A nice strong red lip with an antique kind of gold smoky eye. If you want to see how to get the look, then please do stay tuned. So I will be starting out bare-faced. First, I'm going to use my Gleam by Melanie Body Radiance in Peach Deluxe. There's only a very small number of the Peach Deluxe with the Sonjdradeluxe packaging left. I think less than 100. So if you want to get yours, get it before it is all sold out. But it is my favorite primer. Blurs the skin and makes my makeup last longer while being moisturizing. Then I'm going to take my Huda Beauty foundation. This foundation is quite bomb. It is quite full coverage and very matte. So I like using the Gleam underneath just to give it a little bit of a satin finish, which works really well on my dry skin. Giving it a very generous rub in. I couldn't find the brush that I got with it, but I did end up really liking it. I'll use it in another video. Next, I'm going to go in with my Studio Finish Concealer in NW25, which whenever I do my concealer, I like to put it on when my foundation is still a little bit wet, so not quite when it is set, and then obviously warming it up with my finger so that it blends into a cream. This is what I like to do with this particular foundation. When you stipple it on, that's where you're applying product and pressing it into the skin, so the warmth of the finger will bring it to room temperature so it won't move around on you so much, and then giving it a swipe to blend and to spread the product out. Whatever's left over on my finger, and sometimes I'll add a little extra. I'll put it on the center of my chin, down my nose, and in the center of my forehead. Next, with my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion bronzer, I'm going to use the color 30M to snatch the nose. This is a Morphe brush. I'll write all the names of the brushes in the description box. I'm starting right below the brow bone and darkening in the inner corners, I guess you could say, and dragging it down towards the tip, then giving it a nice little blend out. I like to do this because sometimes if you forget to contour that area, it can leave everything looking a little bit flat, and if you're going to snatch everything else up, might as well do the full nose, you know, right up to the brow bone. And it just makes a nice little shadowed area for your eyeshadow. I'm also gonna go around the nose. I'm just blending. I'm not really adding more product here, but adding color right underneath your nose will turn it up a little bit. Next, this is the Holiday Set brush from Morphe. I'm going to use the color 35I, which is more of like a golden color. I like this on my face because the 30M can be a little bit ash, but I find that this type of foundation works best with a synthetic brush, which is what I'm using, so it smooths on really nice and smooth. I'm going in the hollows of my cheeks, around my forehead, and under the chin, so you know, eat as much as you want for this holiday. Get that double chin and contour it away. Just kidding. But anyways, next with my 7H brush by Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Auburn brow pomade, I'm going to do little flickety flicks through my brow in the same direction that my hair grows. I really like using a light color right now. I don't know. So this is kind of like a redhead color, but because my skin is darker or a little bit more of a golden tone, I find that this kind of neutralizes and goes a little bit more ash on me, whereas I think if you are lighter, it will look definitely more auburn. But anyways, love this color. So I brush my hair upwards and do the brow hairs growing upwards, and then I brush it down and fill in the brow hairs that way. If you want to add a little bit more drama for your mama, you can take the chocolate brow powder and add a little bit more swipies so it looks like it has a little bit more dimension. Sometimes I'll do that like on my scar on my other brow just to fill it in a little bit, and that way the hair isn't showing through as much from where they stop, I guess, so on the skin. So next, with the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette, I'm going to go into the center shade here. And a nice fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M511. And I'm using this to warm up the crease and to start my blending. I like to do things in layers, going with my lighter colors kind of first, my lighter shadow colors first, by warming up the crease and blowing it out. So it's kind of something in between your skin color and the darker shade. So I'm going to go into this beautiful warm terracotta deeper brown shade, and I'm going to blend that on the outer third of my eye, getting it nice and smoky, and hooking it into my crease, so letting it just kind of poke in. Wherever it sinks in, that's where we want to contour. And I'm also going to bring that right above the inner corner of my eye just to add almost a halo shape. With my MAC 239 brush, I'm going to go underneath my lashes, on the bottom lashes, and I'm going to wing it out. But I'm kind of going in a little bit more of a rounder shape. I'm bringing that smoke down quite far. Sometimes when you do this, it can leave like a little V space that is empty, so you make sure you want to fill that in. I'm gonna go in with this dark brownie color, and I'm doing the same thing, trying to fill in that V on the under part of my eye, same brush, and I'm winging it in a little bit, doing my smokiness, kind of connecting it to the top lid. This is why I like to use layers of shadow, just because this will go on a lot more smooth, and then I have to do a lot less blending. But basically, I'm tapping it to apply and then wiggling back and forth to take away shadow. And honestly, I think this looks good just like this. I would have thrown on eyelashes after this, but I did not, because I can't leave you hanging like that. If you want to blend it, you can take your blendy brush again and just smoke it along those colors. And I like to do a little finger swipe. Sometimes when I'm trying to choose if I want to see a color, I'll put it on my finger first and hold it up on my eyelid to see if it'll look good. So that's how we came with this kind of, it's almost like a greeny gold, antique gold type of shade. And I'm using another brush from the Morphe Holiday Collection kit on my eye. Again, I feel like metallics do really well with the synthetic brush because it kind of smooths it onto the skin, because it's a little bit of a larger particle than like a matte. So this will smooth rather than flick it all the way. What the hell? Pause. There's a damn boat outside playing songs. Anyways, I'm gonna fill in the inner corners of my eyes. Hopefully I didn't forget to say something there. Next, with my MAC Gold Deposit highlighter, I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. So right on the top of my cheekbones. This is a softer highlight for me because it's not, it's a little closer than to my skin tone. I've been feeling like a little bit more of a highlight that is a candlelight glow rather than blind you with high beams on, you know what I mean? Just because in this winter time I get more dry and patchy, as you'll be able to see when I zoom in, and it just camouflages it a bit. Next, with my Dior Blackout Mascara, I'm going to do the very light layer on the top, and I'm going to stick on my lashes and wiggle them down as close as I can to my lash line. I'm going to have to check to see what those are because I can't remember. But anyways, wiggling it down as close as I can to my lash line. These are kind of circular shaped lashes, so I cut off the ends so they look like they wing out a little bit more, you know, scam the system. Anyways, I like to glue my lashes as close as I can to the outer part of my eye, so keeping as much space as I can in the inner parts of my eye. Otherwise, it just pokes me there. I don't know if you've experienced the same thing. And it creates a little bit more of a dolly-eyed effect. So anywho, I'm gonna go in and do quite a bit of mascara on the bottom to help with the heaviness we have on the top. Wiggling back and forth and then pulling it straight down to separate. Same thing as the lashes. I'm keeping it a little bit more bold on the outer parts, more fine on the inner parts. Next, with my Lovejoy blush from MAC. It's a mineralized blush. I've been feeling the blush lately. I think in the winter time I like a little bit more of like a holiday rosy glow, like, ooh, I've been outside in the snow and it's hot, or being cold. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Anyways, next is my Smashbox Cosmetics, which I don't know if you saw my snap or anything where I was doing crazy things, but I had a fabulous time with Smashbox Cosmetics Canada in LA. Anyways, this is the shade Misconduct, and I'm doing a very small amount on the outer parts of my lips to start, kind of blending it as I go just to draw out my line. If you've seen any of my other videos before, I tend to make a little bit of a mess, so I'm being very careful. I actually wiped off some of the product on the lipstick first, just so I'm using a very little amount, and I'm using it almost like a shadow, so I'm not really dipping a bunch of times, wiggling it back and forth. Every sound that can happen outside is happening. Anyways, leaving the middle. My lips kind of curl on the bottom, so I don't really care if it gets underneath there, to be honest. Next, with the liquid lipstick in Bang Bang, I am going to fill in the center of my lip. So that's why I did a very small amount on the outer part, so I can put this on. And when you're doing a liquid lip, it's a little easier to work on top if it's already dry. So because I'm putting this kind of orangey color on top, I waited for the bottom color to dry. But anyways, I think we're done, friends. Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow, and love yourself. Stay pretty, and I will see you guys again in the next video. I got some more holiday hot fire coming for you. This is my favorite time of year to do tutorials, so if you have any suggestions, please let your girl know. Take care.